Tik Tok. Tik Tok. Tik Tok. If you don't know what the heck a freaking Tik Tok is, I explained it in the last video, the Musical.ly one, but I'm gonna explain it to you again in this video because I know a small percentage of the people that watch my channel are a bunch of lazy degenerates. So basically, TikTok is literally like a modified version of Musical.ly, but you can just basically lip sync anything at this point, whether it's like a song or basically like a freaking scene from a movie or a TV show. And TikTok was basically even worse than its predecessor. Now put a little bit more emphasis on the word was, because TikTok actually got better as it went on. Well, it was cringy, yes, it still is. And the very thing that saved TikTok, the app as a whole, was bullying other people that used it. The main offenders of this are basically like total epic gamers, and they find the most cringiest things that they can find and absolutely smite the person for doing so. Like, there's this one thing, right? The TikTok that everybody is fully aware of right now, the I'm already Tracer meme, and everybody knows it. And the thing that makes this so ridiculous is that this is how it starts off, right? It's basically a girl with a controller, right? PS4, and the person is supposed to be choosing a character from Overwatch, but the thing is, her controller's not even freaking on, so then people constantly mock her for it. And if it isn't that, there's a bunch of other people doing the exact same format, but with controllers that aren't even compatible with Overwatch, like a Xbox 360 controller and a freaking GameCube controller. And then somebody ironically had the idea of like, man, you might as well just play it on freaking anything at this point, am I right? So basically what these people will do is find a random household object and do the entire I'm already Tracer meme. And to keep somewhat of a uniqueness to it, they'll even put like random crap on their face. Like one person actually had a keyboard inside of their hoodie, and honestly, I actually find this quite funny. That or my humor is slowly degrading by the second. You know the freaking meme where a cat just falls off of a wheelchair and it just makes like a very simple noise? I laughed at that unironically, and I honestly hate myself for it. Alright, talking about the cat meme won't get me views. Okay, now back to TikTok.
Hit or miss, I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss ya.
Is it a boy or is it a girl? A lot of us thought it was the first one, but apparently it isn't. It's an actual girl. Frick. This individual goes by the name of Nyani Cosplay. She basically just dresses up in different costumes, whether it's from like famous TV shows or animes and everything. And she's a pretty wholesome individual, and she's well known for that one TikTok where it goes like hit or miss. You know, the one I just did in the intro. Unless you skipped it, you monster. She's well known for dancing to the song called Mia Khalifa by I Love Friday. I listened to the song myself and it was absolute garbage. But we're not talking about the song, we're talking about the little snippet that everybody keeps listening to because it's so dang addictive. That part in its entirety is actually so addictive and fun to listen to that people just couldn't help but make their own versions of it, even through Source Filmmaker, and they made one of Sans, which is honestly even bigger cringe than the original video itself. Alright, so now that we basically talked about the two main things on TikTok, let's just talk about the people in general. It's kind of like a mix between cringy people and cringy edgelords who can go against the cringy people and expose them. And then they make some sort of edgy joke revolving around, I don't know, my wife took the kids and then she took the house, and then my wife got back in the kitchen and said sorry and made me a sandwich. Oh, and the most honorable mention, the Furries Against Gamer War, which has been going on for at least a couple months, I would say. And it's kind of funny to watch certain videos where it's like somebody beating up a furry, or like somebody going undercover to sneak into the furry territory, and they just denounce this as the name of the Grand Gamer versus Furry War. And honestly, I hope the gamers win. World War II? Vietnam? Man, that's some baby crap. Furry versus Gamer War was far more devastating. And then there's a common TikTok where it's basically a card on the floor which has a very wholesome and nice message. but then a person comes out of nowhere and shoots it with a Nerf gun, and there was another card behind it, which basically just says, "Get trolled, libtard," and then hits the default dance. What the frick is after that? Let's see. Circle meme, circle meme, circle meme, circle meme. Oh yeah, and there's the other meme where somebody just has a phone in their mouth, but no one knows it until near the end, where they just look themselves in the face with a mirror. So overall, what can I really say about TikTok besides the fact that it's a mixed bag between good and bad? So I'm just gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Just because it's decent. Would I say TikTok is basically like Vine 2.0? Of course freaking not, because Vine is pretty much untouchable. I mean, like, TikTok is good and all, but freaking Vine at least was somewhat decent in the beginning, and TikTok as a whole was just worse. Well, that's all I have to say for this video, guys. And before I leave, I have one question for all of you. Why do good girls like bad guys?
They deserve to die, Jason. Make them suffer.